Guys, this video is going to be for both my channels, and so what it's about is maximizing your food, whether you're a prepper or you're just a gardener and like to grow your own food and vegetables and fruits and things like that. In this video, guys, I'm going to attempt to show you how to propagate any of your vegetable plants, so that if you live in, say, your northern regions or a place where your growing season may be short, this technique will help you save time for one. It'll also help you save money, and you'll get more harvest out of your planting. So what I'm going to do is take a few cuttings, and once I get those gathered up, guys, I'm going to come back to my work table here and I'll show you what I've got and explain to you a little bit how I'm going to do it. I'll be taking several cuttings, and in the interest of time, I'll just stop the camera right here, and I'll bring you back when I get those cuttings. So stick around. These are my peppers. As you can see, some have already started coming up on the plants. I've got some peppers and everything on here already, flowers and stuff. But what we're going to do is propagate, and I'm going to take a cutting and just put them in this water until I get all the cuttings, and then I'll show you how we're going to get them potted up. So stay tuned. Next, we're going to do the bean plant. You can see it's already starting to put on pods and everything. So stick around. Let me take a cutting from here, and I'll bring you back. Okay. These are squash plants. We're going to take a cutting on this as well. These are the tomatoes. Some of you may have seen this done, others may not have, so I'll be doing these again as well. The sweet potato bed, we'll be taking several cuttings out of here as well. Okay, this is my other sweet potato bed with the purple sweet potatoes and the yams out here. I'll be taking some cuttings from here as well. I won't take any of these peppers because we took some from the other bed. So hold on a second and let me get these cuttings from these sweet potato vines. Okay, guys, so here what we have is sweet potatoes, 2 or 3 different varieties. We have peas, we have peppers and tomatoes, and we have squash. And so I'm going to sit these here on my work table. I'm going to get some cups to pot these up, and some soil, pre-moisten some soil. And when I come back, I'll show you how I'll do each of these. So let me get that set up, guys, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, got my cups over here. They're still draining, so while that's finished draining out that water, here's my sweet potato vine. Excuse me. As you can see, sweet potatoes are really easy to propagate. I'll be cutting this one in half to get 2 slips out of this. But what I'm going to do is cut off one of the leaf nodes there at the bottom, and that's where my new root system will grow. Most people put these in water, guys, and let them form roots. I'm going to put them in cups and go ahead and let them start getting good solid root structures that way. So stick around, let me get that done, and I'll bring you back and show you what I got. Okay, I've removed 2 of the leaf nodes. You can see 2. Next thing you do, guys, you just take them and you're just going to stick them right into the soil, and you want to bury it as far as to that second leaf node. That's it. I'm gonna get the rest of my sweet potatoes done, then I'll bring you back and show you each of the other plants that I do. Okay guys, here you can see I've got all of my sweet potato slips done. Went ahead and put about 3 in that last container, and I'll need these 4 cups here, containers here, to do my other 4. So let me get these prepped and I'll show you how to get these done as well. On this tomato, we're going to remove this lower leaf limb here and this one and plant it into the soil. We'll trim that top one off right there just a bit, water it in, and it'll grow. Most of you've seen my video on propagating tomatoes, so you'll already know how to do this, but this is just a quick little demonstration. So let me get this done and I'll show you the next one. Here's a purple hull pea. That's one of the tendrils I cut off. Notice guys, right there, you can see in the juncture of that plant, that's where we're going to cut that limb off. Both those nodes will be cut off and placed into the soil, because right there where it's starting to regrow a new tendril, that's where our new root system is going to grow. So let me get this cut. I'll show you how it should look once you're done. Okay guys, here it is. You don't want to cut that off flat with the stem, because you'll need a bit of that node to begin growing your new roots from. So this is how it should look once you're done. I'm going to cut just a little bit off. Make sure you cut the lower limb, the entire leaf off, but the tendril in between you want to keep. So I'm going to get this stuck in some soil and we'll move on to the next plant. Here guys is a pepper plant. Now these are a bit more tricky. You can see that bloom. I don't want you thinking I'm trying to pull one over on you, but that sprout right there, I'm going to take it off. These leaves I will cut in half. You don't want to remove all of them. Here we're going to cut that at a 45-degree angle, but we'll cut it closer up to the where the leaves begin on this branch. And when I get that trimmed up and ready to be put into the soil, guys, I'll show you what it looks like. And here we are with this pepper plant. You can see I removed that flower that was about to begin budding. If you'll notice, I've cut all the leaves in half. Also made a small cut here at the bottom, 45-degree angle. I'll stick it in some pre-moistened soil and we'll move on to the last and final propagation. Finally guys, our squash plant. I'm not going to cut this leaf down. This is the only leaf on here that's going to be doing the photosynthesis. And so what I will do, right here you can see where the fruits would have started developing on this plant. That's where you remove it, just below that. Anyway, this one will be cut off right below that fruit pod right there. That's where your new root system will begin to grow. So let me get this cut and prepped and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, just a single leaf. We cut that fruit pod off right there, just below the fruit pod. And you can see also here at the bottom where I removed it from the parent plant. But anyway guys, this bottom section here is where your new root system will begin to grow. And so let me get this potted up, get the rest of this stuff watered in, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I know they look tired, worn down, beat, and they will look this way probably till tomorrow, couple days, and they'll start to perk up. And once they perk up guys, you know that they're starting to regrow roots. So until then, until they perk up guys, we'll just keep an eye on these, keep them watered daily, make sure they stay hydrated. And when I get some action on these, see some new growth, I'll bring you back and let you see what I got. As promised, here we are. I'm out here. It's a bit breezy in between the rain. We've been getting rain here for the past 5 or 6 days. But anyway, on this video about propagating any of your vegetable plants, you see here all of our sweet potato slips have come up. They're perked up. New growth on some. That's our tomato plant, doing good. This is our bean plant. I think this is the pinto bean. We can see the new growth on it. So what we did was just cut a tendril off of it. Here we've got the purple hull pea. I left those 2 peas on. You can see the comparison from earlier in the video that they've grown some. So that means that there's roots in this cup. Here our squash plant didn't do so well. It's not dead. Of course, it may just be taking a little bit longer to get started. Pepper plants, I put 2 in here. You can see that they're doing okay. They're not brown, so they're not dead yet. And all of our sweet potatoes are doing great. So guys, take time, go ahead and propagate your vegetable plants. If you live in a short growing zone, where the growing season is short in your zone, propagating your vegetable plants may be one option to help save some time and get your food production up. Also guys, I'm going to show you a little harvest I did here before the rain came back. I got a couple of squash, plenty of green tomatoes I'll let finish ripening. Let them ripen inside. You can see these birds around here, guys. If I let these ripen on the vine, they're gone. Got some banana peppers here. So there's one other thing I wanted to show you. My yellow squash right here. You can see how large that thing has gotten. I'm going to go ahead and start pulling the rest of the flowers and everything off of this plant. And this will be the one I'll keep for seeds for next year. And in between all this rain, hopefully I can kind of keep things situated. But guys, I hope you liked this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And we'll talk to you later. God bless.